Hey guys, here in a nutshell with me, Ina. Okay, isa po sa ginagawa ng ilang mga kababayan natin na hindi na mawawala na ng status, okay, natatakot, naka-visitor visa na, mag-e-expire na rin yung kanilang visitor visa, nag-iisip pa rin ng paraan to extend their stay. Many are being encouraged and actually ginawa na po ng marami na mag-take ng mga tinatawag na short courses like healthcare aids. I think meron din pati welder and other short courses na ang sinasabi, i-take mo yan 6 months lang. Tapos 6 months experience lang din sa trabahong yan. And then pwede ka na mag-apply ng PR kasi in demand yung mga trabaho dyan. Mga ganun ba? So in this episode, we are going to discuss, maganda bang strategy yun? Effective ba yan? Is it really that easy? What other factors should you consider if isa ka sa nag-iisip na gawin yan? Okay? Sige, yan po ang ating pag-uusapan kasama. Yan, it's been a while. Dayanara and Puerto Bandigue. Hello, Dayanara, and thank you for making
Hello,
time.
miss. Thank you for inviting me again. Thank you po.
Ayan. Okay. Ito short courses para sa PR, and of course, Dayanara's email is down there crawling. If you wanna get in touch with her, book a consult, send her an email. Okay, I'm sure you are aware of this.
Yes.
Ginagawa talaga siya ng marami, lalo sa mga kababayan natin, I think sa healthcare aid lalo na.
Yes po.
Kasi I think merong 6 months lang ba dyan minsan na
Yes po.
healthcare aid course.
Yes po.
So, yeah, is that a good strategy for those, kumbaga last option na nila 'to, mag-aaral na lang sila, yung iba galing PFW, yung iba naging visitor record na.
Opo.
Ayan, eto na sila na bumabagsak na sa pag-aaral.
Opo. Well, I do hear about this from a lot of my clients, but from a lot of them, ginagawa nila 'to kadalasan pagka-graduate nila ng diploma program nila. So for example, nag-international students sila, ang
Mm.
inaral nila is business. Napakaraming kumuha naman kasi ng business.
Oo, oo.
So, para maka-transition sila doon sa mga fields na in demand like healthcare or construction, doon sila nagde-decide na mag-take ng mga short courses. Gaya
Alright.
nito. Kaya course ang tawag sa kanya is because maiksi lang siya. Usually less than 6 months. And may dahilan kung bakit less than 6 months dapat. Kasi
Okay.
kung ikaw ay naka-PGWP or ikaw ay asawa ng isang PGWP holder at naka-open work permit ka or asawa ka ng isang LMIA work permit holder, naka-open work permit ka,
Mhm.
ang pwede mo lang talagang i-take is a program of less than 6 months. Even
Alright.
visitors in Canada can take courses na ganito na less than 6 months. So it has to be less than 6 months for you to be able to take it nang hindi mo na kailangan mag-apply ng bagong study permit. Yun yung
Alright.
logic behind it. Pero dun sa tanong, miss, na pwede mo ba siyang magamit for PR, it's a loaded question,
Mhm,
honestly.
mhm.
Because I always tell clients this, your PR will depend on several factors, but mainly where you are and what you do, what
Mhm.
your job is. Etong mga short courses na to, ina-address niya yung what your job is na factor. Kasi ina-allow ka niya na mag-transition from being a non-healthcare worker to have some skills na kailangan to get into healthcare. Whether it's a long-term care facility or sa hospital settings or sa caregiver position. Yun yung parang purpose niya. Pero
Mhm.
hindi ka niya matutulungan kung, for example, visitor ka, naging visitor ka na, tapos
Hmm.
gusto mong makahanap ng LMIA para maging healthcare worker ka, tapos hindi ka naalis ng Canada. Hindi ka niya matutulungan sa
Oh,
ganun.
okay, yeah.
Kasi 'pag visitor ka, hindi ka makakapag-apply ng LMIA.
Mhm.
Hindi ka makakapag-apply ng work permit using an LMIA while you're inside Canada. Kung ang goal mo is, sige, aralin ko 'to, visitor ako, aralin ko 'to 6 months, and then gagamitin ko siya kasi may mga practicum yung iba, may mga
Hmm.
practicum sila, eh. So gagamitin ko 'to para hopefully makakuha ako ng LMIA, uwi ako ng Pilipinas or, I'll go back to my home country and then apply for the work permit using an LMIA there. But that will only work if yung employer na tina-target mo is mag-a-apply din ng LMIA para sa'yo.
Okay.
So,
Oo.
it's a very tricky thing to do kung dun ka na lang talaga umaasa
Mhm.
Hindi mo siya gano'n kadaling magagawa.
Yeah.
Pero, for example, miss, ikaw ay naka-LMIA bilang food service attendant, ganyan, sa Tim Hortons. Nag-aral ka ng 6 months. Tapos, luckily, pagka-graduate mo, nag-practicum ka, okay, o kaya meron kang parang volunteer work na ginawa. Tapos yung volunteer work, hindi yun paid. Kasi
Mhm.
LMI ka, hindi ka pwedeng bayaran ng kahit sino na iba aside from your employer. Let's say nag-volunteer ka, gusto ka nilang i-absorb, bibigyan ka nila ng LMIA. So, i-apply mo yun habang may work permit ka pa sa Canada. Yon, pwede yun. Hindi ka naging visitor from one work permit to another work permit. Tapos,
Okay.
pwede ka ngayon humingi ng authorization from the IRCC kung pwede bang lumipat na ako agad doon sa trabaho ko na bago kasi hinihintay na ako ng employer ko doon. So, pwede
Yeah.
yun. That's
Oh,
a possibility. Yeah.
so I think there's one ano 'no, baka nakakalimutan ng ilan, na itong mga short courses na 'to, if you are going to study them while iba kang permit, hindi ka
Opo,
student,
opo.
it does not grant you a post-graduation work permit.
Correct.
So that period is very critical. Dapat, kumbaga, while you are studying, meron ka ng tinatrabahong employer talaga in a way.
Tinitingnan ka na
Oo, may
maaaring
tinitingnan.
lipatan. Yes po.
Oo. And it would be a bit difficult because what would you tell that potential employer at that point in time when you are still studying, right?
Yeah. It
Mahirap siya.
it's,
Um,
it
ka
will depend on how much they trust you.
mhm.
Yeah, it will depend
Oo.
on how much they trust you. Yung iba po kasi ang hinahanap nila is individual employers, yung pamilya.
Mhm, mhm.
Mag-aaral sila, maghahanap sila ng individual employer, kasi 'di ba hindi puwedeng mag-apply ng I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe hindi ka puwedeng mag-apply ng LMIA for a caregiver who's outside Canada for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Pero
yeah,
kung yung tao ay naka-work permit inside Canada, puwede.
yeah.
So may iba naghahanap sila ng individual employer. Kasi ang katwiran nila gusto naming magamit for HCWIP, Home Care
Hmm.
Worker Immigration Pilot yung nagbubukas every March, yung magbubukas ngayong March. Isa po kasi sa requirement nun is at least a 6-month study,
Okay.
related to the job that you're going to take. Ang problema po is, ang requirement ng HCWIP is the program has to be mostly in person.
Alright, okay.
It cannot
Oh,
be online. A lot of these courses, especially healthcare aid, a lot of these courses are done online. So,
I
you have to be careful also kasi baka hindi mo rin siya magamit dun sa tina-target mo na pathway. Kung sa
I see. Okay. And of course, meron ding gumagawa naman na kumukuha talaga sila ng study permit. Biglang, "Eto na, sige mag-aaral na ako." Okay, in that case, kumbaga yun, medyo mas magiging madali ba ang pathway nila or
Mhm,
just the same? Kasi sabihin mo na kinuha pa rin nila halimbawa, 6 months course or
mhm,
1 year course.
mhm.
Ano ba ang prospects nila for a job later on? May PGWP yun na maikli lang, paano ba?
Wala pong PGWP, miss,
Oh.
ang any program na less than 8 months.
Oh,
So,
okay,
for
okay.
you to be eligible for a post-graduation work permit, the program has to be at least 8 months, so 2 semesters, and you have to take it at a DLI. So, mostly public school ito. Yeah,
Okay.
so almost all schools will have this. For example, in Ontario, almost all schools will have that 8-month PSW program.
Mhm.
Gano'n din sa I checked Norquest in Edmonton, they do have an 8-month and a 12-month program. So, siyempre kung ako yung kukunin ko yung 8 months para at least 1 year of PGWP.
Oo.
Yung 12 months, hindi yun mag-equivalent to 1 year or 3 years PGWP, 1 year lang din. So, as
Hmm.
long as you're studying at a DLI, so I would always advise a public school, okay?
Mhm.
Public school, and then the program is at least 8 months. So, siyempre
Mhm.
mag-a-apply ka po ng study permit. That may qualify you to a PGWP if you have never applied for a PGWP before. Kasi kung
Alright.
dati ka nang na-holder ng PGWP, mag-aaral ka ulit, ta's mag-a-apply ka ulit ng PGWP, hindi na po yun puwede. PGWP is one time per lifetime po ito.
Oo. And of course guys, hindi lang po healthcare aid, alam ko yan ang pinakasikat.
Of
Pero
course.
marami pang mga ibang short courses na kaya ko actually gusto 'tong gawing episode na ito. Meron na naman kasi mga kumbaga binebenta ang
Of
short courses as
of
a
course.
way to become PR.
Of
And
course.
ang gusto ko nga sabi ko kay Dainara is just to stress that it's not that easy. Ito na
Of course.
naman tayo. Hindi porke yung short course na iti-take mo ay in demand. Okay, yung trabahong magiging malaland mo later on, it doesn't mean na madali kang maging PR because of that.
Correct.
For example, your location, right,
Mhm.
Dayanara?
Opo, opo. Opo.
Healthcare aids may be in demand in one province, hindi
And
sa
not
iba.
in the other. Or the question is, kung let's say nag-aral ka ng healthcare aid sa Alberta,
Hmm,
gusto mo siyang gamitin para makapag-apply ka sa Ontario. Understand that terminologies are different per province.
okay.
Care aids are usually called mayroon pang continuing care assistant, so meron pang
Oo.
CCA, meron pang healthcare aid, merong healthcare assistant. Alam ko ang healthcare assistant, yun yung term sa healthcare assistant, nursing assistant, ang term sa British Columbia. Sa
Mm,
Alberta, healthcare assistant or healthcare aid. Sa Manitoba saka sa Saskatchewan, merong continuing care assistant. Sa Ontario, personal support worker. Sa
yeah, okay.
iba-iba, iba-iba. So for example, just to give you an idea, sa Ontario, merong certain program na pwede mong kuhanin basta meron kang PSW certification at member ka nung particular PSW organization sa Ontario, yung parang pangalan mo nandun sa registry nila.
Okay.
So pagka nandun ka, rehistrado ka dun, maaari mong subukang mag-apply sa OINP Foreign Worker Stream. Hindi mo kailangang maghintay ng 2 taon para
Okay.
makapag-apply. Basta may suporta ka ng employer mo, rehistrado ka as a PSW, ganyan. Pero ang kailangan mo ding maintindihan is, para makapasok ka dun sa registry na yon, may kanya-kanyang requirement yan.
Parang
Diba?
certification, accreditation, ganyan.
Certification, may accreditation, may exam na maaaring kailangan mong kuhanin. So yun din po yung kailangan ninyong i-consider bago kayo mag-decide na kuhanin ito. Nasaan ka? May demand ba dun sa work mo na gusto mong lipatan? Um, ano yung status mo sa Canada? Isa rin yun. Kasi meron akong client na ganyan, hinayang na hinayang ako kasi ang program na nakuha ko para sa kanya is master's sa British
Okay.
Columbia. Master's degree. Sabi ko, maganda yung program, mahirap pasukin. Pero swerte siya, nakapasok siya eh. Maganda
Mm.
yung background niya. And then all of a sudden, after a few months, nag-message siya sa akin na, hindi ko na tinuloy kasi may
Oh,
nag-offer sa akin ng healthcare assistant program dito sa British Columbia. Tapos tutulungan daw ako makahanap ng LMIA after graduation.
okay, ito, yung mga ganyan, okay, o
Ganyan,
tapos?
ganyan. Tapos sabi ko, okay, okay, desisyon niya
Hmm,
yun. Siyempre wala akong magagawa, desisyon niya yun. Pero winarningan ko siya na, kailangan mo maintindihan na hindi dahil magiging healthcare assistant ka sa British Columbia ay mapi-PR ka.
yeah,
Hindi
okay.
dahil sinasabi nila sa'yo na mabibigyan ka nila ng LMIA ay mabibigyan ka nila.
Hmm,
Maraming mga bagay na kailangan mangyari para magkatotoo yung pinapangako nila sa'yo. Wala kang mapanghahawakan sa kanila 'pag hindi nagkatotoo yung pinangako nila sa'yo.
mm,
Yun ang sinabi ko sa kanya.
yeah.
Facing all of these risks, would you still
Oh,
continue with this path or just go back to finishing your program, getting the master's degree, improving your score sa CRS, improving your score sa, a lot of these
mhm,
factors, and then getting the 3 years of post-graduation work permit
yeah,
where you can work for anybody at any job. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So, ang nanghinayang ako kasi sa nakikita ko, hindi naman siya, suportado naman siya ng kanyang pamilya.
oh,
Ah, Kumbaga, okey naman yung pamilya niya, matutulungan siyang makatapos. So, nanghinayang ako dun. So, yun po ang
yeah.
sinasabi ko sa inyo, you have to be careful with the decisions that you make.
Yeah, oo nga, eh. I think kasi one, thing that is enticing them, for
Hmm,
example, in that case baka 'no, dahil kaya siya umalis, kasi ang bilis, eh.
yeah.
'Di ba sa isip nila, oo madali kasi ang bilis 6 months lang, oh, hindi na ako magpe-PGWP, may
Hmm,
lamian na ako tapos mag-a-apply na ako for whatever, PR
true,
stream. But again, it's not that easy. To
true.
begin with, yung trabaho ng mga healthcare aid, although of course it is in healthcare, hindi pa kaya sila saturated na sa
That's one.
panahon ngayon?
That's one. Also, this is what I hear from a lot of my clients who are applying for PSWs in
Oo,
Toronto, for example, GTA. It's very hard to find a full-time job. And in order to
grabe.
apply for PR, you most likely need a full-time job and an employer who will support you. Dahil sobrang daming nag-aaral dun sa lugar na yon, ang mga employers hindi na sila motivated to assist. Kasi
Mhm,
I mean, understand that if they give you a part-time position, they may not be liable to give you benefits.
Yeah, okay.
Dahil sobrang daming supply, hindi nila kailangan magpa-full-time ng mga tao, hindi nila kailangan tumulong for PR kasi 'pag umalis ka may kapalit naman.
Mhm. Oo.
That's yun yung mahirap sa part na yun. So, ang akin, how I would probably do it is I would take it, let's say I'll take it in Toronto kung doon ako may access sa school. I'll take the exam. Sa Ontario kasi may exam po 'pag galing ka ng private
Ah,
school, may exam para maging PSW ka. I'll take the exam and then I'll transfer. I'll
mhm.
use that to transfer to a different area na merong PR na kahit papaano accessible sa akin. RCIP,
Mm,
Northern Ontario, Atlantic Canada, posible.
mm.
Yan. So that's how I would approach it. But I'm not, yung iba kasi, tinitake nila kasi ayaw nilang umalis. Gusto
Yeah,
nilang stay sa Toronto, ayaw nilang umalis dun sa lugar kung nasan sila. Kasi
yeah.
baga sanay na sila doon. If that's the reason, it may make it difficult for you. Yeah.
Okay. Yan. And how about ano? O sige, let's move away from ano naman, healthcare aid.
Mhm.
Other short courses meron din yata sa trades, eh,
Yes po,
'di ba?
opo.
Welding, I think merong, short course diyan. Yun nga lang sa nabasa ko, you have to be reminded guys na usually the trades, jobs,
Mhm.
they require yung mga apprenticeship then later
Correct,
on, right?
correct,
So hindi rin siya gano'n kabilis.
correct,
Oo.
correct.
Ano pa ba yung mga usually tini-take ngayon maliban sa mga trades?
Most of
Ano
the time ngayon naririnig ko is healthcare aid talaga.
oo,
Um,
okey.
a lot of, um, a lot of some other people are thinking of doing that, yung welding kasi they wanna get the gold seal or the red
Yeah,
seal.
oo.
Yeah, but you also have to check based on your province kung ano po yung proseso para
Mhm,
makuha ninyo yung gold seal or red seal kasi may mga kaakibat na additional scores yan, eh.
oo.
May kaakibat na additional scores yan, base parang may mga pathway na puwedeng i-explore based on the paperwork that you have.
Yeah.
You also have to consider kung gusto mo ba talaga siyang i-take. Kasi, if this is something na you're taking just for the sake of it, baka hindi mo din siya matapos. You also
Mhm.
have to consider that. Um, Huwag po ninyong basta-basta paniniwalaan yung, "Mag-aral ka nito, bayaran mo kami, and then applyan ka namin ng LMIA pagkatapos." Yun yung mga delikadong
Yeah,
pangako. Yun yung
correct.
mga delikadong pangako kasi, um, nobody can guarantee an LMIA sa
Mhm,
panahon ngayon.
correct.
Tapos
Mhm.
yung iba, ang nakakalungkot, may PGWP sila na 3 years pa, ipagpapalit nila yun for an LMIA. May mga gano'n.
Oh, 'pag
May mga
gano'n ba hindi ka na puwedeng bumalik? For example, wala na
I
kapag
do
nag-shift ka ng
believe I do believe that there is a clause where me kasi you can hold 2 permits at the same
oh,
time,
okey.
but the employer who has the LMIA can demand things from you. Kasi
Oh,
they give you that LMIA, so dun ako medyo nalilito pa kasi I've never had a client na may ganong case na parang isang open tapos
okey.
isang closed. Pero medyo contradicting kasi yung dalawang yun, eh. At ang akin, bakit ako mag-a-apply ng LMIA, eh, may PGWP
Na
naman,
open.
na open. Ba't
Oh,
ako magpapasara sa isang employer na maaaring hindi ko makasundo?
why would they do that? What is the ano ang logic? Ano ang plus
For
if
some for
mag-transition?
some PR applications kasi miss, LMIA lang ang puwede. I would only
Oh,
do it for Agri-Pilot. For
okey.
example, Agri-Pilot requires 1 year of experience under an LMIA. Merong mga programs gaya ng Tourism and Hospitality stream ng Alberta na ang kailangan
Mhm.
ay naka-LMIA ka dun sa employer na tutulong sa'yo. May
Oh,
mga gano'n. Pero kung hindi naman gano'n yung sitwasyon, stick to your PGWP, stick to
yeah.
your open work permit kasi that protects you. That
Mhm.
protects you down the line, yeah.
Alright. Oh, yun lang naman guys. So, if isa ka sa mga nag-iisip na maging healthcare aid rin, I hope this episode helps you out and make a good decision for yourself.
Yeah,
Dahil at the end of the day, decision nyo yan kung anong gusto
yes.
ninyong gawin.
Personally, I would do this when I still have time, not if I don't have time anymore.
Oo,
So,
mahirap pala, no? Kasi
mhm, I would do it
kailangan right away meron ka ng employer.
employer. I would do it if let's say, papatapos na ako ng supply chain management. Wala akong nakikitang masyadong potential dito sa lugar kung nasaan ako. Parang hindi kami priority.
Oo.
So, mag-aaral ako and then magta-transition ako into healthcare habang may oras pa ako, hindi yung kapag wala ka ng oras.
Oo, at siyempre kung maghahanap ka ng employer, magpa-process ka pa ng LAMIA which could take a while. Ano na
Could
mangyayari
take
sa
a
status mo?
while, 'di ba? Saka mas madali mo siyang magagamit kung may permit ka pa. Kasi
Yeah.
hindi ka mala-lock sa isang certain employer na hindi mo puwedeng basta-basta alisan. What
Oo.
if all of a sudden yung nagbigay sa'yo ng LMIA sabihin, "Ay, hindi ka pala namin matutulungan sa application mo for PR."
Mhm,
So, what's gonna
mhm.
happen now?
Yeah.
So, you have to be careful and always, always before you make any moves and you make, drastic decisions like accepting an LMIA or ganyan, consult. Make sure that you talk to someone that you trust na na hindi ka lolokohin.
Yan.
Okay?
Totoo,
Yung iba kasi ang
totoo.
kakausapin nila yung hindi sinabi kasi nung education consultant, siyempre
May
meron
fee yan, eh, oo.
meron siyang makukuha, eh. So, hindi mo puwedeng sabihin na, unbiased yung opinion or yung advice na ibibigay niya sa'yo. You also have to consider that.
Correct. Ay naku. Okay, guys sige, let me know what you guys think, Kung meron kayong experience diyan na naka-short course kayo, naging successful naman, okay, put them down there in the comment section or meron
Share.
kayong bad experience, put them down there in the comment section as well. And, yeah, dito na muna tayo magtatapos. Dayanara, thank you so much. Again, her email is yang nasa baba po na gumagapang. Would you believe it, Dayanara? Minsan may magtatanong pa rin talaga sa comment section, paano po mako-contact yung ini-interview ninyo kahit na nandyan sa baba buong episode. Ewan ko ba talaga. Anyway, okay, bye guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye!